Six reasons why the Illuminati tries to sacrifice people. Number 1, order and control. We are the gods of this earth. If you can hear what I'm saying right now and comprehend it, you are consciousness. Consciousness has no creator, but we are all consciousness, split up and observing each other from different perspectives. So we are the gods of this earth and the universe. Illuminati has came together to play God, the mystery God that most seek in religion. They do this for control and order. They feel that in a realm where anything is possible, where people can do anything, that order and control is needed for their sake, and they fail for others. This could be a well-meaning task, but not always, as we will see. Illuminati subjects other people to keep them down for this order and control. For people to be controlled, there must be death. People must believe that they are not immortal and eternal and gods and can create anything, as this will let them be free to do as they wish and be free from all types of authority and control. So death, which is a lie, is created to be put into people's minds so that they will feel subject and small. The world is just a creation. The world, therefore, is a lie when someone tells you that it's infallible and it is the one thing that we came from. This whole world is sort of a game that is being played between opposing Illuminati sides. I get into that more in other videos. Illuminati to also keep control, whether it's based upon the lie of Earth, population control. They say there's not enough food, so we need to control the population so that everybody has a chance to live prosperously, when everything in truth can be created freely and there is no such thing as lack. But they use population control to keep others in the cycle of reincarnation, which will leave people into multiple lives. We all had past lives, and some may continue that road if they do not get this knowledge and seek the truth. Illuminati also, to keep control, will try to eliminate threats to their power. So anybody that knows the truth and doesn't want to follow into their order, they feel is a threat to their power. But because they are not in their order and not under their control, there's not much the Illuminati can do about that once the people know the spiritual side of things. But when people are not in their control, just based on the earthly side of things, they wind up being sacrificed. Number 2, ancient traditions. Belief is power. This is done so much so that whatever you believe, you will become. We all live in this world together. We were placed into this earthly setting somehow, which isn't really important right now. But others have become enlightened from the human perspective, and realized that we were more than humans, and some may have already been. When our ancestors had died, some have sought to talk to the spirit of the ancestor. Some reached out to their ancestors, and some spirits have reached back. Now, when these spirits became enlightened and realized that we were more than just bound by human and earthly means, they wanted to use their newfound powers to help out mere humans who called upon them for certain things that they wanted to do to appease. If they wanted crops to grow, they would pray to spirits. If they wanted any kind of easement or appeasement, they would call on spirits. And these spirits, in exchange for helping out these humans who just believed that they were only humans, they would get these humans who were actually conscious beings, they would get their belief to help the spirit out. So the spirit would get the true power, which is belief, which has helped us to create everything that we know. So spirits would get the belief of the people, while the people seek appeasement in this earthly realm, not knowing that they were more, which aids into why spirits and enlightened people want to keep some in the dark, because it aids them in being more powerful. Now, sacrificing is one of the greatest testaments of belief. If you are willing to give up something you love in this earthly realm to prove that you believe in something else, that is one of the most biggest testaments to belief. So spirits would ask for these people to sacrifice, to prove their worth, to prove their belief. And they would do that, even sacrificing children and other family members. 3. Religious beliefs. Religious beliefs were carried out the same way pagan traditions were. A lot of religions got all of their doctrine from pagan traditions, but they twisted it in a way that was more humanistic to whitewash and dumb it down, make it more easy to digest, per se, to say. They also aimed to block out other gods who were being worshipped, so that only their God would be worshipped and they would have all the power. They did all this while, I assume, keeping up the old ancient traditions by doing all the old ancient traditions in secret. From all the evidence that I have gathered, it seems that most of these religions or religious leaders, who are the same people who you may be sitting in the pews at church with, praying with, and leaders in the church or any other religion, who are the same people who are enlightened and actually doing all the things that you think is coming from a outside source called God. They are doing it for you because you give them sort of some kind of consent by believing in this thing that you think is external, which is really in you. But they are using your powers to do miracles for you, which you really can do yourself, if you truly believe. These people are used as puppets, as I just explained. They are used as puppets on a higher degree, which almost seems like mind control for some people who truly put their faith into these people who they believe to be God. These people are also set up for these sacrifices, although they give their worship to this God. Because the truth of what is really done does not fit the doctrine of the traditional religions. These people are not fit for anything but sacrifice themselves and to be restarted and reused again. That may not be true for every religious zealot, but for some, that may be the truth. Now, all these zealots are doing the same thing that the old ancient traditions were doing, which is giving up their power, which is their belief, to something else to use their power of belief for their own means, instead of using your own power of belief for yourself. You may ask, why would religions continue on the tradition of human sacrifice when true spirituality does not call for us to follow any external means for our religious power? Well, as I said, the power is the belief. And for years, people have put their powers into the belief that human sacrifice brings them power and goodwill. Now, even knowing the truth, these people still follow these practices, which are basically like placebos. If you check up on the placebo effect, it will explain more. They gave their power to this belief in this ritual. So now when they do the ritual, it helps their belief. 4. Vampires. If you don't believe in this one, that's fine. This is not really here to make you believe in vampires, but this is just one extra reason why there may be Illuminati sacrifices. If there was a breed of human, you could call sub or maybe extra human species that needed to feed off of other humans' blood, that would be another reason for why there's so much bloodshed and sacrifices. Also, some believe that in order for a human body to live like the fountain of youth, that the blood is like a fountain of youth. Or maybe vampires evolve into something else. Who really knows? Also, some may have been forced to be vampires in this Illuminati game that they play. They have been tricked, maybe by thinking this is enlightenment, into the next stage of evolution of a human, and to say that this is an apex predator that we will evolve into, sort of like the king of the jungle, the lion. But all of this back and forth about people being vampires and tricking them into vampires is sort of irrelevant, but this is one reason why there may be the bloodshed. 5. Initiation and allegiance. In order for some to join the Illuminati, to prove their self-worthy, 1, they want to prove that you are a fighter, so they want you to kill to join their allegiance, because this is what they do, maybe for other reasons. Another reason why they may have you kill to join the Illuminati or prove your allegiance is because the La Cosa Nostra tactics. They want to have something against you to use against you in case you ever try to give up their secrets or go against their order. So it's basically like an entrapment to keep you subjected to the order. Another means of control. 6. They just don't like you. As I stated earlier, Illuminati tries to play God, and then so they judge the world. They judge mankind. Now, if they find some people deplorable, if they find like they just don't like some people, or people have done wrong and they want to bring justice, they will try to do that. In playing God, they try to be good, so they try to fish and even entrap some into doing wrong, so that they can use that, or try to use that as a means to justify a sacrifice. They put people on guilt trips. You see the 7 deadly sins, which says gluttony is a sin punishable by hell, and other things like lust, But look at the 7 deadly sins of the Illuminati and learn the truth.